Folks, welcome into a Friday edition of Trainwreck today. We've got a lot on tap for you with the Sabres shutting out San Jose and getting it done in style. We've got Buffalo hosting in style 4 amazing games yesterday and the rest of the madness and action. We've got Flashback Friday. We've got Pop Culture Nick. Let's strap in and let's go.
Somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops.
Welcome on in Friday, March 20th. We've got action left and right here at Hilbert College. Trainwreck Sports, Brockman Media, Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following along. Everything Maniac. I got Slick L on my left. We got Don on the 1s and 2s. We got Alec in the saddle. We got Pop Culture Nick on deck to give you all those spicy, exciting, entertaining details. With that said, spicy, exciting, entertaining details. There's no shortage of them from last night's Sabres game. Buffalo, little bit of a like a movie that doesn't really get going for the first 40 minutes or an hour or something, but then it all hit off to the races. Sabres end up winning 5-0, back-to-back shutouts for UPL and Lion. A whole mirage of goal scorers. Slick, pretty good Thursday night for Buffalo sports fans.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You and I had a day at the arena. Obviously, we'll get to that. The hardwoods, some of that later. But the Sabres after dark, 10 o'clock start, like you said, slow burn to start the game, which isn't ideal for your Sabres after dark. But the Sabres after dark this year is so much easier to watch than in years past. I think our guy Gatesy commented on that. So even though the first period goes by, only 5 shots on net, 0-0 start, second period makes up for it almost immediately, Don.
Yeah, we get 3 goals in the span of a minute 40 between, Oswin and Carrick, who Carrick's been phenomenal. I mean, that was the trade.
4 goals in 7 games, I think Jay Lazzie pointed out.
Yeah, and we were saying, the offense is fine. We don't really need it. Well, this guy's production has been amazing. And then Darlene, too, with an amazing pass from Zucker where, we were kind of joking online. He had the one-hand stick going around, kind of gives this guy a shove, gets 2 hands on it, finds Darlene backdoor perfectly, and it's got me feeling like this.
There's a lot we can get into with the squad for certain.
Yeah.
I think we'll start last night. I jumped in the chat. I was a little worn down after the NCAA day for sure. I was kind of just trailing along, laying, getting horizontal, watching this game, checking it out. Moved to the bed for the second period for sure. Still following. Halfway through the second, it felt like there were 11 minutes to go in the second period. It's I go into the group chat. I'm like, something's going on with his offense.
Yeah.
It's just been a little bit slow the last couple games. And then 5 shots on net in the first 29 minutes. I mean, I know that we've had a high standard of hockey, and we're fortunate to have that clearly. But a little bit of an odd start to the game.
It was a little bit of a lull, and that's what's great about this Sabres season is if they start a little bit slow, it's got you questioning things again. But the second period, like I just said to Don, immediately made up for it, almost on the dot, when you said there might be something going on with this offense. It was like you willed it into existence.
Well, they chose to make me look like a dumbass at that exact time.
Yeah.
They chose. I didn't will them. People could say, "Oh, look, I jinxed him." Reverse. Okay. No, I was like, what the hell is going on? We have 5 shots through 29 minutes on goal. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, they looked even like, up yours, maniac. 3 shots, 3 goals. How about that absolute rocket from Carrick? What a shot. And like you said, down the pass from Zucker, I've been so impressed with that line with McLeod and Zucker. So, yeah, great game. To go on to the third, it doesn't stop there.
Yep. So we go on to the third. So now to almost fitting to my point, after the third goal, we didn't have another shot on goal for the remaining 8+ minutes of the second period.
Classic.
So a little iffy there. But Tage Thompson comes out, scores on the Sabres' first shot of the third period. I think there was a great note in the rundown. You could hear the groans from San Jose, like when it went in. But do we credit Tage for this goal? I mean, let's face it. He always peppers the goalie. Sometimes he gets robbed on certain ones he shouldn't. I feel like this is just a volume game. Every so often, one's going to slip through.
I mean, when you're ripping a 98-mile-per-hour wrist shot, your chances are good that it might just have enough force to trickle through. That's what happened. Should the goalie have had it 100%? But, like you said, volume and having a good shot and getting those shots on net, they're going to fall. And, speaking, we touched on how much the Carrick line has been tearing up. People. So interesting thing about last night is you're talking about the struggle of the offense, but people all over Twitter were loving the lines with, who was it? Benson back on the first line,
yeah,
and Krebs back on the fourth. Which is it's just, when do you see this much movement out of a team successful, where like you have guys bouncing from the first to the fourth line night after night? It's kind of wild.
You're absolutely correct, and I would say I think that we've been harping on this all season, that is the successful Lindy Ruff hockey team. It's not a dominant first line that blows your doors off, or whatever. Obviously, you get that scoring with Tage and Tuck back in the lineup last night. But, even during the 06-07 year, it was the Roy Finnegan-Vanek third line that was just decimating other teams. And, the depth line's getting it done. I think that's why, Don, these players don't really mind, like you said, fluctuating from a first to fourth line role, because they know there's going to be just as much opportunity wherever they go.
Yeah, but so that brings a question though. Do we think maybe a slow start was, maybe some juggling? Because I gotta say, I thought Krebs on the first looked real good for a stretch of games there, and then he gets bounced to the fourth. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what we put out for LA tomorrow. Now,
is that the dilemma, though, right? Like Benson or Krebs for the first line, essentially.
Kind of, depending on
Osland has been fluctuating up there a little bit.
That's a pretty good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. Well, I just say
because they're all playing well when you put them in that position. It feels like.
I think they both still have a ceiling they can definitely reach, but with my, hold off on flaming me, Sabres Able, but Zach Benson just seems like a little bit of a higher scoring quotient that he can put forward, and Krebs seems a little bit grittier.
Yeah.
So I think they both fit a little bit on the first and fourth line, respectively, where they ended up last night. But again, whatever button Lindy clicks right now, Don, we're signing up. It's like, we're doing Lindy. We're doing Lindy 24/7.
I'm taking Lindy yesterday, tomorrow. I'm taking Lindy all the rest of the season and hopefully into April and May.
Speaking of Osland, I know you mentioned the rocket from Carrick, and then Darlene kind of gets it when, the what is it called? Like the doors are blown open, the floodgates are open.
Yep.
But Osland with a nice goal to kind of break the ice 30 minutes into the game there. Not exactly, a goal scorer's goal, but a grinder one.
McLeod will tell you he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
For sure. This feels like the Sabres team for some reason this season. It feels like they've scored a decent amount of goals, whether it's behind the net, knowing where to put it at the back of the goalie, or playing it off a rebound from the backboards. It's almost like they practice this.
They've got Jochen Hesch syndrome.
It's definitely, Lindy has installed that. It's kind of like a far pad drill, but you got to be ready for a missed net and off the backboards, and sometimes an intentional shot off the backboards. Now, I'm not saying McLeod did that last night completely intentionally, but it shows that these guys have worked on that. The amount of goals and volume from those shots behind the crease or right at it from coming from the backboard.
Yeah. So, and I want to get back to, like kind of the tale of two sides, like last night, like where it looks slow, not great. Lines were shaken up. We're talking about that. But then looking at the stat sheet, you get every line scores. Now, no one scored on the Zucker line, but their line, they fed Darlene. That was so they produced a goal there. You have Osland gets one, so check that off for the third line. You had Carrick on the fourth get two. Then you have Thompson with the squeaker, so all 4 lines score. Then beyond that, public enemy number 1 out of this whole trade, Logan Stanley.
Gets number 5. Goal scorers.
No, he gets 2 assists.
Shuffles it in. Throws it into helps for number 5,
so
I should say.
I don't know if you're looking for takes to take away from this game, takes to take away. It would be like, we didn't look great, but this Sabres team, you can never really count them out. And beyond that, this was kind of a great game where it was just everything was kind of spread around. Didn't have to rely on too much. And
am I crazy? Obviously it was a 5-0 game. It just felt like much more of a team win, even though they didn't play great the first half of the game. Like you said, given the fact that most of the lines scored, the defense played very decent to obviously produce a shutout. It's like everyone on the team should be taking positivity into the next matchup, which is a big thing to have.
Yeah, and you just said it, another shutout. The team starts with the guy behind the pipes, and I know you were looking up stats earlier before the show of when's the last time this has happened for these Sabres.
I got owned. Apparently it happened like a year or 2 ago or something. StatMuse just completely fucked me. Like the columns were out of order and everything, so I take the blame. But it felt like a long time since we had gotten back-to-back shutouts. But it's definitely been a long time since we got back to ones when it counted for something in a playoff picture for sure. Almost 15 years for sure.
It feels like too if your team UPL is the number 1 or team line. This is a heavyweight match going on.
I was just going to say, this is going directly back to our conversations on the shows earlier in the week and only adding fuel to the flame.
Am I crazy? I am crazy because I'm not all the way team UPL. I promise you, I want game 1 for the Sabres, whoever's playing the best, 100%.
Whoever's going to go and win us a game.
Whoever's going to go at 1,000%. With that said, I was feeling a little good that UPL got such a strong start, a shutout. I'm like, take that, haters. And again, the haters,
a lot of slack.
The haters
folks.
in this
slander
case
online
are also Alex Lyon supporters. And I'm an Alex Lyon supporter, so that's why it's such a ridiculous situation. But then obviously Alex Lyon comes and pitches a shutout last night. Love to see that. Speaking of things you love to see from last night's game and more, Don, we have a Tage Point scoreboard here. I'm being told about.
Yeah, let me pull this up. So this is this fan tweeted this. I'm going to take it from the person's account, Jordan, and it said. So this is funny. They're like, it's kind of chopped up because he accidentally took 3 live photos. But according to this fan, he was in this person's section. They were chirping the Sabres all night chirping. All night. So you can kind of see. And goes it. Gives him a 1-finger salute right there. Dave says, check out the scoreboard. Yeah. So, also, too, apparently that was after Tage's goal. So he skated over to the fan.
Love it.
In a media break, just to be like, yeah, what's up, bud? Gives him the 1-finger salute. And, that's great. Also, I have to play this, too, is the funniest thing Sabres Twitter has been harping on, who's they're red hot right now with in the Buffalo bracket, but is the fact that we now have to do the belt because of the infamous Lions sword.
Yes.
Whoa!
So what happened? He just did a couple moves with it like a pirate, right?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone ever unsheathed
it. Yeah.
But we were joking about it earlier this year. Instantly, the next game, it turns into a belt.
Sure. We don't need someone getting cut. Yeah. You see with Jack Hughes how easily something can happen. For sure, you don't want to be losing a player.
Yeah, that's true. That might have been part of it as well.
That was when we all knew Alex Lyon was a psycho. Was when he unsheathed that thing. And
so there's been a little bit of an evolution for me as we put a button on the light. I got a little spoiler there. San Jose Sharks game. About 2 months ago, a month ago or so. Especially when they're coming out of the Olympic break. It was you wake up and you check who's in the starters net, stuff like that. And by the way, shout out Gatesy, who's been doing all this stuff for years, and all the Sabres content creators. But I feel as a fan, you were just a little bit more intense about learning what was the promotion that night, who's going to be in goal, things like that. Now I'm at the point where I need to check what happened with the Lightning every night.
Yes.
I need to see what happened with Tampa Bay and everything. So I go and check them out. They scored 6. I hate them, but we're still 4 points ahead with them having 2 games in hand. So a virtual tie, but if they flubber at all, we will be the right away number 1 in the Atlantic there. But interesting how that process is going to be. I don't know, Don, have you been doing that for a minute now with the Lightning?
Yeah, no, I've been doing that for honestly.
I was going to say, don't say all season.
Well, yeah, I mean all season, especially when we got into the wild card race. I was like, how far are we out? How far are we out? And then now I'm watching them, and I'm watching the Canes because the Canes were, I think, back. We're tied with. And they only have one less game played.
So the Canes play tonight. If they don't win or don't get to overtime, there's nobody virtually ahead of the Sabres in the Eastern Conference.
So it's really just keep winning, and it's kind of a 3-horse race for the top of the East between us, the Canes, and the Lightning. And then Sabres fans are getting so drunk on the Kool-Aid in the Darlene that now we're getting President's Cup trophy talks because we're only down 6 from the Avalanche.
And the Avalanche, I believe, are just a little bit over 500 or so since Jan 1.
Yeah.
They're kind of just holding serve. So, definitely
you
something
heard
to see there.
talking about it on Monday. I saw a great meme today where it was like the Avalanche playing the Sabres before December 9th, famously when things turn around. And it was a scene in SpongeBob when the bear fish, they're in a circle.
They draw a circle.
And it points at them like the Sabres are the bear fish, being because the only 2 times we played them were when we fucking stank.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have that tiebreaker and have avoided us. But, I mean, it just incredible vibes.
We alluded to it a little bit. So I guess this week doesn't change anything in the discussion we had last Friday about who a goalie is for.
No, we thought it was going to have
they're both
a
just
big
playing out of the mind.
impact. But
someone posted they have basically emerged since Jan 1 on the road. They're combined, so since Jan 20. So the last 2 months, there was the break with the Olympic break. They're combined 10-0 on the road, over a .950 save percentage, and around a 1.5 goals allowed per game. I mean, good luck.
Yeah,
1.5 goals.
So I mean that segues perfectly to what something I wanted to talk about. This famous river hockey.
People are pissed. The Sabres. If you needed something, the Sabres fan are back. How long has it been since we've had a lot of pride in the team and been upset about something that somebody said?
Yeah, well, I mean, you just laid it out. So this player, the players are asked to rank their teams and talk about them, and he says, they're playing river hockey. They're good at it, but I don't know if it's going to last. And now river hockey, I think what he means is run and gun / pond
sloppy hockey. You're playing kind of crazy, yeah.
And then you laid out the stat you just laid, and I'm going to say our editors could clip this for sure with the stat he said and the quote of us playing river hockey. But, I mean, that says it all. Goalies are playing great. Defense is playing sound. You don't get good goaltending if your defense sucks. So, as far as I know, pond hockey and beer league hockey doesn't really have the best defense.
Yeah. No, when we go on the road, we're locking it up. And what are you going to need to do in the playoffs? Lock it up on the road, no matter what home ice advantage you have. The one thing I'll say on that point, Don, and it's funny, with Buffalo sports, we tend to get all kinds of opinions on everything. That's kind of the passion of it, the excitement. I saw everyone that I respected within the sphere internally, as far as Buffalo coverage and local people, everyone kind of had the same reaction. What team are you watching? We're winning low scoring games. We're winning high scores. We're literally proving that we can win every which game. Someone, I think it was our guy Chad D, made the best point. That was the 22-23 Sabres. So the 22-23 Sabres were hoping to beat you 6-5 every single night. They were hoping to get to the first of 5 goals and be the one to win for sure. That does not seem to be this team, especially not this team the last 2 months.
Yeah, and I mean the funniest thing too is again a player said this. It wasn't just a pundit. It was a player said this. So now the gears start turning of wait, who said this? And then everyone pretty much in the Saberhood or in the warpath, if we want to call it.
Probably Hagel.
Has been and this is clearly a Tampa Bay.
It's got to be.
Dude, basically saw the way that 8-7 game was played.
I was just going to say, this sounds like someone said this right after the 8-7 game. Because, like, that's one example, sure.
All
and
I'm
it's
saying-
probably, like you said, it's probably Hagel after the 8-7.
Well, first off, if it's Hagel, I hate him. I still hate Hagel no matter what. 17 days and 7 hours until Hagel has to face the wrath of the Saberhood. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
The Polacks and
17 days, 7 hours. Polacks will be
Yeah.
drinking for 10 plus hours, and then they'll be pouring down to KeyBank Center.
Hagel might not make it out of Buffalo.
How can you talk shit about the Sabres if you're the Lightning? You just got thwomped by them twice. We went into their barn and punched them in the mouth. They came to ours. We went up 4-1. We beat them 8-7.
And then you went up 2 with 7 minutes
like
left.
so I'm saying, like, how are you going to talk shit? Like, it makes you think that it has to be a Lightning, like, and maybe someone that's been there for the Stanley Cup.
We took every single punch you had and got back up and then knocked your ass out. So shut your damn mouth and see you in the offs.
Yeah, it's interesting comments again. If you think that you're not watching this team enough and clearly you have a grudge, I want to give Rachel a shout out real quick. Everybody eats. Okay. All right.
Quick sub in here.
Quick sub in. Everybody eats. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it. Everybody ate last night. Could the Sabres maybe be taken over that everybody eats with this river hockey style? You have the defenseman producing, like we said last night, all 4 lines.
That was like when Josh gets knocked for a play, has to run to the side. I just got so hot. I was literally about to like overheat on my head for some reason. I thought,
he's so excited.
I went out and chugged some more. Well, I'm excited for the Sabre. I'm high on my Lindy.
When you ran out,
make you overheat a bit.
It's funny we got this comment of Rachel. When we were talking about all 4 lines producing, said everybody eats.
Yeah.
We have an everybody eats team with the Sabres.
It seems like everyone's at the table, right? You said what? Each line basically virtually scored last night. You have Logan Stanley finding the score sheet multiple times. Can't stop that. I mean, that's a big night for Logan Stanley's confidence. That might be the biggest thing from last night. Even bigger than the Alex Lyon shutout has been Logan Stanley.
I don't want any more Logan Stanley slander. Like, if he gets his confidence up, we need him back on the score sheet. We need him in these big games.
No Stanley slander.
No Stanley slander.
Listen, if that's river hockey, then take me to the river.
Throw me in the water.
Take me to the river. Yeah, we probably already have some river shirts on the way.
Big mouth,
the boys.
Big mouth Stanley bass for sure.
The Sabres are rolling on a river.
Yeah.
On the flip side of things, well, first off, let's go in the one Buffalo of it all, real quick. We had Brandon Bean, Joe Brady, Eric Wood at the March Madness action yesterday.
In attendance, obviously Eric Wood, Louisville alum. Loves his Cardinal.
Got to see a victory.
Had to make the trip to see him in person. Also had the Fat Boy of Fat Boy Friday himself in the house supporting USF Bulls. Not sure what the connection is there. I think Brady and Bean might have had some USF stuff on too. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, they were probably just ribbing him, honestly. Yeah, but maybe they're Hodgson guys. I don't know. Could be something like that. I'm making stuff up. What was the You're progressing.
What was the school that the guy, the care package I gave to Bean? It was where he went to college. I'm forgetting. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm blowing that one for sure. I dropped the ball. It's okay.
It's all good.
Speaking of dropping the ball, we have Vandermark signed with the Vikings a little bit earlier this week. Tentative offer. When is the deadline for when we can match this offer? Do we know?
I think we have a few days. I'm not.
I think is it a week?
A week, maybe
like
10
a week.
days.
A week from when he signs or something. Because it was definitely earlier this week, Monday, Tuesday.
Do we know what the number was?
I wanted to say it was $4 million.
Oh, really? Oh, with 2 year?
Yeah, 2 years, 8.
Yeah, that's what I.
Bills have the deadline on Monday, March 23rd. We got 5 days to match the offer sheet, which is $4.2 million.
Okay, all right. So I got one detail right, the $4 million. For sure. I think this is kind of, I don't want to say a no-brainer, but you probably got to do it.
I want to match it, yeah.
You want depth. You don't want, the last thing you want is that you have to plug in someone depth on the O-line, and it's like someone who hasn't been there for a minute.
I mean, not just the O-line, maybe the hardest position in football, the center.
Yeah, I mean, that's a responsibility.
I know
sure.
McGovern, we signed, but McGovern got hurt last year, and Vandermark had to sub in for 2-3 games.
And that's also
did a great job. So I mean,
did a great job.
And think how important it was when we had Mitch Morse that we had McGovern under him as well.
Sure,
so there's definitely a process there.
Because people got to remember. a center, you're not just blocking. When Josh audibles, you're relaying to the whole
Yeah,
line.
you got to get everyone going.
The protection, and then you're getting the snap count right. You're making sure all of that. Like I mean, if you have a clown as a center or like a third string guy, like it's just a recipe for disaster. You're going to get false starts. You're going to get broken down coverages that just leads Josh to get a blindside hit. You're going to get all types of mess you don't want. So
it's also depth size too. Like Vandermark's a freak of a human. I know all linemen are, but that's a massive individual that you love to have just in the depth position as well.
Yeah.
So
I know our guy Mendez would want to keep him around. He's the Vandermark.
Mendez wants to keep everyone in house for sure, and Mendez is always kept in our house for certain. Shout out Mendez. As we roll along in this Friday. Speaking of rolling along, Ray Davis was rolling along in this celebrity poker tournament with no problems. Like full boat.
Yeah, full house, cleans, I think maybe like a king high.
King high flush, so 4 clubs on the board, king high flush, and then he's got a full house, or AKA a full boat too, slang terms in poker.
Table was stunned, to say the least. And then Ray goes and posts top 8 on his story this morning. Not bad for a guy that ain't never played poker. So...
I'm going to crush Ray Davis. When he comes back in poker, I'm crushing him. Because this is how we got...
He's got the lucky number 7 now.
We know that Ray Davis can return an NFL kickoff for a touchdown. I cannot do that. I have no shot at doing that. But what I can do is I can beat Ray Davis in Texas Hold'em. I can play Phil Hellmuth style and absolutely grind him.
Ray, the challenge has been thrown out.
For sure. I think, there's Scuttlebutt. Celebrity poker tournament for Buffalo. Celebrity poker tournament.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you qualify?
No. I'd be like the host.
Guys,
for sure.
We have some breaking news.
Okay,
right now.
all right.
God.
Hit him with the graphic.
What's it gonna be?
I get nervous.
All right, we
What's
got
it gonna be?
Bills? Sabres?
Sabres, a letter for the season ticket holders about playoff tickets going on next week. Just hit the inbox.
Get this on everything. Get this on everything.
It's on the we got
Wait,
it on
did you
the
just get
screen.
this via email as a season ticket holder?
Yeah, but John sent it to me.
Okay.
So because we have a shared email, so I wasn't checking
there it is.
That's crazy.
So
imagine them dusting off that email template. It hasn't been touched in 15 years.
Oh my God.
So here we go. Dear members, what a great stretch of Sabres hockey. The passion and energy you've brought into KeyBank Center night in and night out is felt by the team and resonates outside these walls throughout the league. As we approach the end of the regular season, we are thrilled to be preparing for a potential return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. While there is still more work to be done, the team's play is inspiring, and we are excited to share important information related to your playoff tickets. We anticipate these games selling out quickly, so it is critical that members receive the first opportunity to purchase their seats. Prioritizing our most loyal fans allows us to build the home ice advantage that our team deserves. Next, okay.
Let's pause.
Okay, let's pause.
Because I don't know what these details are about to be. Real quick. What is going to be the season ticket holder cost for Don's typical seat for round 1 playoff game 1? And what is going to be the second market value that it sells for?
Sorry. What do you pay right now? Like per
What's
game?
your regular season per game cost?
I don't even look because I paid.
Wasn't it like
time.
$3,500 for the season?
I think less than that.
Or
Actually.
$3,300.
That's what
$3,300.
it is next year. I think it was like 3.
Okay, so let's
30.
just say it's 3. Let's just say it's 3 right now. You got 42 games.
Yeah.
That's about
Let's do the math.
It's about $75 a ticket, $74 a
Yeah,
ticket.
that sounds right because I was going to say I think it's like 6 based on who the game's against because they have like bronze, silver, gold.
Yeah.
It's like 60 to 75.
I think your cost for a game 1, round 1 ticket will be $110 to $120.
I was gonna say 125, 130.
I don't think they go crazy with the raise. That they do like a 30%. Like they don't do anything. Now they want to take advantage. I'm sure. I totally understand why. Secondary market. I think we're looking at least $250 getting cost.
I was going to say,
for his ticket for sure.
Yeah,
$250. I would say overall the cheapest get-in will be $200 or more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Don's resale market's probably $330.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's the side that we
take us to the rest of the email though. I wanted to get that
first.
locked
I got
in.
some bad news if you're looking for resales. I ain't selling.
I ain't leaving.
All right. So next week you will receive your 2026 member playoff guide that includes ticket pricing, details on how to opt in, important deadlines and payment options. We value your membership and loyalty and hope to share in our excitement for the upcoming stretch of hockey. It is truly a special time to be a Sabres fan.
It is.
Buffalo
It really
versus
is.
everybody.
Oh, my.
Go Sabres.
Okay, so they sent an email saying they were going to be sending out important information.
Yeah.
And pretty much next week is
Tuesday.
when they're
You
going
know
to be
what, though?
available.
I can't blame them. Back-to-back shutouts. Get a fucking email.
Yeah, that's-
let's do
for
it.
serious,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I've been hounding them because I saw, them put out the Sabres tweet like, oh, like sign up so you get priority for games. But I'm like, well, like what's going on?
Oh,
with
believe
season
me, I
tickets?
saw that tweet too, Don.
Slick's been knocking down the guy's door. Hello.
Don, I made a call as soon as I saw that tweet. We're about to have something locked in pretty soon,
Oh, perfect.
potentially.
Sweet. This is awesome. So yeah, that was our breaking news of the Sabres.
I love that. So Ray Davis dominating poker. Hopefully Brandon Bean making the right moves and going all in on the roster. With that said, it's a great time to be a Sabres fan. But let's go back in time. It's time for some Flashback Fridays sponsored by William Mattar Law Offices.
That worked this time.
Okay, I like that.
We
I
went
like
back
that.
in time.
It would be really funny if it came out with like the hair all fuzzled out.
That would be amazing.
DeLorean,
Electrocuted for
yeah.
sure. The Buffalo football Bills. The only thing I saw on this date was that in 2001, Empire Sports Network just did like a Buffalo Bills update that day. There was like a 90-second update. So nothing really happened in this part of the calendar too often because it's a little bit after free agency.
I'm glad you acknowledged that though, because we love our Empire Sports
Love
Network.
Empire Sports Network. We want to bring it back. We're working to do so for sure. One step at a time. There's no need to run. But who is running are the Sabres. 0-1, 3-0 win over the Leafs. Hasek, I love this. 16 saves on 16 shots. The boys were using some gut to make sure the rubber wasn't getting to 39 in this one.
I mean, this is 0-1 hockey right here. It's 3-0 win. Might as well have been 1-0 with Hasek the way he's playing as well. 16-16. Just you love to see it win over the Leafs.
We have 0-4. We have a 2-1 win over the Panthers. Roy and Shatan score. That was the game where they advertised the singles night at KeyBank
No
Center
way.
for April 1st of the coming calendar.
Oh, my God.
I still don't know whether that was a shtick or not, but very hilarious to put it on April 1st. March 20th, 2010, 3-1 win over the Panthers. So we've had a lot of success on that date. Coletta, this was your post-Briere and Drury core. Coletta, Greer, Hesht. None of them are flashy. None of them are getting those. That was your Roy. That was your Vanek. That was your Stafford. But that was your core right there.
Yeah.
Coletta, Greer, and
that's
Hesht
like
for sure.
the big three of the bad boy Pistons. Right
Yeah,
there.
like I don't think either of those guys are scoring over
Grinders.
25 goals, but you want 15. You want something from them for sure. 2014. Oh, it's like the little trivia in here. 3-1 win over the Oilers. 2 goals from
This roster is just ridiculous. So take your pick.
Evander Kane.
No. I forgot. I read this name
Yeah.
and I said,
What was your thought? Who?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Don, you got any guesses? 2014. This was the Jack Eichel tank roster basically.
Trying to think of who he's still at around.
Your who makes me think it's not a popular name.
Not at all.
Okay.
He wore Alex Tuck's number, which was also my travel hockey number.
Jesus. 89. Wasn't Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm stuck in does he have 2 P's in his name or something?
No.
Trop?
No.
Okay, what is it?
Corey Conacher.
Conacher. Okay, no.
Okay.
I remember the name now, but yeah, Corey Conacher. Wow. Okay, that's a good blast from the past there from the Flash of Friday. And then 2022, 3-2 win over Canucks. Dahlin scores. 21-22 was a great innocent time because Granato was in his first year and there was really no expectations. We sucked. And we knew we just got rid of Ryan, or we're getting rid of the process, getting rid of Reinhart and Eichel. So there was kind of not a lot of pressure. So when we were picking up these wins at the end of 22, that's why we got so gassed up during 22 and 23 because we're
Sure.
It was rebuild number 3.
Yeah.
If you count taking for Eichel, then getting O'Reilly out,
Yeah.
then getting Eichel and Reinhart out.
Jeez. Like rebuilds with teardowns for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a lot going on in the world of wrestling on this date.
Yeah, this 1983 one I kind of just threw in here because I didn't know they were doing Texas death matches in 1983. Champion versus champion at Madison Square Garden. Bob Backlund, Don Morocco in a Texas death match. 83 in the Garden. Can you believe that?
No, absolutely ridiculous. Probably cinema.
Yeah.
Speaking of cinema, WrestleMania 10 on this date, March 20th.
Yeah, a lot of insane matches on this card. Also, a lot of matches where there's wrestlers that were featured twice in the night.
Yeah.
Where they were,
that was a little more
typical thing
commonplace back then. Yeah,
for sure. Also, an interesting stat: first WrestleMania ever without Hulk Hogan on the card. Kind of speaks to the volume of how Mr. WrestleMania he was before Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
But Owen Hart defeats Brother Brett. Razor Ramon defeats Shawn Michaels in one of the most famous ladder matches of all time.
But now I wanted to say something. Brett put his brother over. Like,
for sure.
And
then here's the catch, because later that night he would go on to pin Yokozuna for the WWF Championship. So talk about doing the most in one night, putting over your brother and then becoming WWF champion.
Who was another superstar that lost a non-title match and then finished WrestleMania by winning the title?
Seth Rollins.
Heist of the century. Good snipe. So Yokozuna wins. And I couldn't believe this next one. Happy 68th birthday, Sting! I mean, Sting is still so memeable. Like, sometimes you have people watching stuff from the rafters. When people say like someone was faking to not be who they really were, they take off the mask and it's still Sting. Yeah. Like, he's so memeable, like even in this like modern day.
He was memeable, before memes.
Again, he was in that early wave of memes. He wasn't Cena early, but he's definitely
also
big time.
The number there is just so crazy because, as you and I know, less than 5 years ago, he was jumping off ramps through tables on AEW television.
Yeah, I mean, he was 60
just on a Wednesday night.
So basically, he was 66 when he was doing that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, that's unbelievable, for sure.
More athletic than some of the others on the roster.
Speaking of something in the 60s, Don, a lot going on in music and some starting in 91.
Yeah, so 91. So, yeah, I think Slick, you added this. There's actually more to this. You have $65 million deal with Sony Records to produce 6 albums. Now, that was just for the record producing. The deal actually was for $1 billion total.
God.
That's unbelievable.
Back then,
with a bunch of other things. Yeah, it was $1 billion, and it's to this day the richest deal in recording history. That was in 1991.
So for reference, in 1991, the highest paid athlete was, based on earnings, Evander Holyfield with $60.5 million. So think about how much sports stars make nowadays and everything like that. And the thing that Michael Jackson was basically dwarfing that in 1991.
I mean, he was as big as it gets.
I mean, Michael
then.
Jordan was a thing in 91.
Yeah, he was still around there. Like, and just to be clear, to have a contract with $1 billion on it in 1991. Today, that's I'm not even joking, $10 billion or like $20 billion
easily.
Yeah. Do you think Michael Jackson? Never mind.
I
don't want to steal Buffalo Social Club's talking points.
Turn into Social Club. Tune into Social Club.
Yeah, if you want to hear the answer, tune it in. And then, 1995, Beatles released a cover of Cheryl's "Baby It's You" with the late voice of John Lennon. Now they did this before with another, like, it was in the late 90s. They like used old recordings of John Lennon to like come out with the new song. So that's very cool. And then happy 58th birthday, Manny Fresh.
Fresh. Yeah, that's classic. Yeah. I mean, we've fallen off. We need more of those back in the hip hop game for sure.
Go DJ.
Murder's on the beat, so it's not nice.
It's our dog.
For sure. Pop culture. Speaking of money amounts translated today, 2012. You guys remember John Carter?
No.
Carter, basically like he was on Mars and it was a crazy planet and everything like that.
I didn't watch that one.
But the whole thought, and probably what launched a lot of the modern day cinema, where they want things to be a franchise, where they want things to be dependable, was the John Carter of it all. Because they tried to just fresh start this franchise, greenlight it with nothing, and again, it loses $200 million. I cannot state enough that losing $200 million in 2012 is literally like losing $1 billion today.
Yeah.
Like, so that's a big friggin'
They probably
disaster.
felt like the world was about to end.
Yeah, it was a disaster for sure. Yes, in more ways than one. And then what date was it? What year was it with the Walt Disney acquisition of 21st Century Fox here? 2012 too, as well?
I should know because I just watched the Rupert Murdoch documentary where he sold.
I want to say it was like,
2015,
I want to say it was 14, 15, because it was right
15,
before he got Lucasfilm. They got Lucasfilm or whatever, or maybe right after, right around the same time. For sure, but 71 billion. Yeah. That's Simpsons.
Was that the one that included ESPN too?
They always had ESPN.
Oh, okay.
But that got them like FS1, like think about that, things like that. Like everything under Fox is crazy. So, yes, craziness. With that said, that's Flashback Friday. Just like flashing back to yesterday's Slick, we had a great time at KeyBank Center. Had some media access. Huge shout out to Matt Reitnauer from the Canisius Athletic Department hooking us up with that.
3.5.
Talk to me about your yes. We have to start there. So first off, we're trying to figure out our seating chart. We're getting some behind the scenes footage. We get some film of Louisville coming out of the locker room, and talk me through what happened.
Yeah, so I start filming because Maniac and I are trying to find our way to the seats. We get interrupted in the hallway by the only people that probably should be interrupting the media walkthrough right there. Louisville men's team coming out. Started filming because they're doing a pretty cool hype dance to get the team going. Next thing you know, I'm hearing screaming from multiple staff, players, 3.5, 3.5. The spread of the game, Louisville was favored over USF by 3.5. Clearly, they took some offense to this number being, in their opinion, probably too low, as it was up higher a bit, going low towards the game. And my jaw dropped as I was already filming. I couldn't believe
he was filming this, and I was watching him on the side, and I'm like, wow, like I can't believe that's actually happening. Like this man, I looked at him, and he's like, I'm trying to save her. He's like.
Because
we were both pretty fucking shocked
because I didn't know
this was
if I
happening.
just captured like the coolest thing ever or like evidence. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it makes it all the more interesting because how much did they win by? 4. Did you hammer? Did you guys hammer after that?
Dude,
I was talking about
that's
USF.
the thing. I was saying to Maniac all game. As soon as we heard that, we should have been all over it.
It was on me from the first bucket, like for sure. And then before you knew it, it was like 22-11 Louisville.
And then still somehow they covered by half point.
I mean, we got some crazy games yesterday for
sure. Yeah.
High Point, that game, even though they didn't come all the way back, you got UNC VCU. But what were we gonna say?
Just Duke Siena. Some were saying never a doubt.
Duke
but come
Siena
on.
for sure. Yeah, sorry, John. I hate when I do that. I don't know why I always do that.
That was Mikulik right there.
That it's okay. But for the Buffalo side of it, they were definitely trying to rally behind the Hodgson of it all for sure. Slick.
Yeah, no doubt. Hodgson got a great ovation from the crowd. A game that we thought was over. I came back from getting a razor's
66-44. 66-44.
Is when
like
I left
13
to go get
minutes
some
to go.
food, and then I came back to Maniac, and we're alive. Not only covering our live 9.5, which we took, the money line was at play.
Yeah,
potentially.
And South Florida or Louisville wasn't scoring at all for sure. But yeah, just couldn't pull it out. South Florida faithful were awesome there. Fans were pretty awesome all night in KeyBank Center, Slick.
Yeah, for sure. Regardless of the L, some USF players were going home with a W, courtesy of our friends at Picasso's Pizza.
Seriously, that was cool to see. There's nothing better post-game than Picasso's for sure. Picasso'sPizza.net. The UNC VCU. There's the tweet from the UNC page. Did you see this tweet?
I didn't see the tweet.
You saw this tweet?
Yeah.
The tweet is so funny because it's like they want to say they're dominating, but they want to do it in like a chivalrous way or like a way not to jinx themselves. And they're like, I think the tweet was just like, we're currently up 19, right, Don?
Yeah,
like that was what it was. It wasn't like Tar Heels run and loose or like anything like that. It was literally just like you could kind of tell there was low key a little bit of a nerve to be like, We're currently up 19.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden from that point,
Well, it must not have
up
been the
19 at the moment is
up
Oh my
19 at the
God.
moment,
Yeah.
even more like,
It must not have been the prettiest 19-point lead.
that's like when you text a parent, like what's going on in the game. Up 19 at the moment.
Yeah.
For sure. But so VCU ends up coming back. Just tenacious from VCU. Same way we saw with South Florida. They flipped the switch, and the comeback was certainly on from that point. VCU, biggest comeback against UNC in school history in the tournament. So that was history made for sure. Other games from yesterday that stuck out. Obviously, we had High Point. A lot of people high on the St. Louis juice. St. Louis will be taking on Michigan.
Yeah.
In Buffalo on Saturday.
That's going to be
so that'll be a matchup, the Billikens versus the Wolverines. The Billikens are packed into they weren't messing around either coming into Buffalo. They had a huge mascot outside the brew house.
Yeah. Oh, did they?
Yeah, everything was
no,
donuts.
they had a fan base in there as well pre-gaming, as I saw. Yeah, Robbie Alvia versus #1 team in the country. That's going to be cinema. And live from Buffalo, New York.
Live from Buffalo.
How about
New
those
York.
Lions yesterday? Crazy. Would you guys take a basketball? Would you take the Braves back in a heartbeat?
yeah. Do you have to give up anything?
It's a good question. What if you had to give up the Bandits?
That's a tough fucking one. But yeah, I hate to say it. Love you, Josh and Dane.
Yeah, I'd take an NBA team back.
Yeah, I mean,
for
listen,
sure.
I just want to say it. Love Josh and Dane. Love all the Bandits. There's 4 major sports in North America, unfortunately. Josh and Dane are going to go be superstars somewhere else. I'm going to live in Buffalo the rest of my life. I'm selfish.
Yeah,
I don't think they'd blame you.
Yeah, but I mean, could you imagine going to
Can you imagine Durant coming in?
Oh my God.
Well, just I'm saying,
tweeting from the key bank.
These wings suck.
imagine a November where you get a Thursday night Bills game, Friday night Sabres game, Saturday night NBA game. Like
Kevin Durant tweeting, Maniac was right. Barbell is just so overhyped.
That would be amazing. But yeah, you said Friday basketball, Saturday
Thursday night Bills game. Well, I mean, you could flip it too if you want the Sunday of it all. But yeah, either way, I mean, you're looking at
I mean, Sabres, Bandits, Sabres felt kind of unbelievable when that happened last week. So I don't know how to say it. Like, I still can't even comprehend the idea of being like, oh my God, we could have a #1 Sabres team playing like while the Bills are playing like this coming season, like on the future one. Obviously, that didn't happen much during this year, except for during the December stretch. But will be interesting to see and a lot to be excited about. Luka, a lot of excitement. He's divorced or separated now. I've seen this storyline the last 2 weeks.
So I think divorce papers were filed, and there was some wild stuff where he put everything in his mom's name. Oh, so he doesn't.
That's always a good sign.
So he doesn't have to give her half of everything, and he apparently even. I don't know, joked about learning it from, I don't know. The association is wild around this shit. He joked about learning it from what player did that? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. He name dropped a teammate?
No, it wasn't a teammate. But ever since this has happened, I mean, I think I do know. Just look at the stats that the NBA Central gives us. His last 8 games ever since it happens, Lakers are 8-0. This is from last night. 60.75. 49-10, 36-6-4, 30-11-13, 51-10-9, 31-11-11, 35-8-4, 44-9-5. I mean, he's dropping triple doubles and
he's been unstoppable.
This is probably pop culture corner related, but there's dating rumors with Madeline Klein too swirling.
I think they've tied those in. That it's like the meme originally started separating, and then now it's evolved to since he started dating Madeline Klein.
So they got good and then they got great.
Yeah, it got good and got great. He only heated up.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then to make that even better, you got Bam's comments that you said.
This guy, this mother,
he's digging his own
this piece of shit. When I can tell
is rolling in his grave
if you look at like how much I've cared about the NBA over the last 5 years, like since like the Warriors Cleveland games like stopped in the end of the 2010s, like it's been pretty low, like nothing above like a 30% out of 100. This got me up to like a 60 or a 70, like twice as much as I've cared about it. I couldn't believe this piece of shit in the post game being like, Yep, that's how it be. What are you talking about, dude?
He's like,
You're not a perennial scorer like that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do that. It's hard to hit 80. Dude, Laker fans have to hate this guy so much because, again, they thought it was fraudulent that he passed Kobe's record, and now he's kind of like side-eyeing Luka dropping 60. Like, I mean,
I hope Luka goes for 90 in the next game, honestly. That'd be the only Laker I'd love to watch.
Can I just
drop
make something
that.
though? We all agree it's fraudulent now that we've had time to
after seeing the
right?
stats
and how they were doing the free throws and like that game should have ran out of time.
Well,
He should have got like
missed free throw right into a foul.
He should have got maybe high 60s, 70s. He shouldn't have gotten 83.
Yeah, so the craziest thing is you were saying they were feeding him the ball and he was getting fouled. He was getting, being a line merchant, fine. I didn't know his teammates were fouling
them to just keep it going.
They were missing their own free throw, letting the other team get the rebound, and
fouling the other team.
And then immediately intentionally fouling.
That is
completely.
And Bam just had a straight face like it was all part of the game. Completely normal.
He still has he has more than a straight face now. He's talking about how tough. Now you see how tough it is to get 80.
He should be suspended.
Honestly, he should be suspended. That's just as bad as like what they do with like benching players for sure. With that said, one guy who would not get benched is Dennis Rodman, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Congrats. I guess.
WCW. This is just to get the moment of him coming out on Nitro, which is kind of ironic because it's the WWE Hall of Fame, but they want to act like they're always better than WCW. It's kind of like some irony here.
Is he going to cry?
No. He's not going to cry, for sure.
Plus 300.
What does have all of us shedding a tear, though, is the sad news this morning of the passing of Chuck Norris. Like, when it comes to the internet, you're talking about legitimately a Superman, a super meme, will live in immortality for sure. I think of those original, like, Chuck Norris, cancer doesn't get, Chuck Norris doesn't get cancer. Cancer gets Chuck Norris. Like
the funny days.
Yeah, like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like one of the first memes of the internet. Great character.
Yeah.
Seemed like overall, like I'm not trying to act like I know, like a good dude. Like had like mostly like positive things to kind of put out in the community. But sad to see that go.
Well, never
for sure.
forget, he made an essential ruling
Yes.
that allowed
changed dodgeball history.
Yeah, Average Joe's to complete the greatest underdog story ever. If it wasn't for that thumb on that finger, history could have been very different.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Is he in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Think so.
Yeah.
He did something at a WrestleMania or Royal Rumble where they posted
super kicked.
He super kicked. I want to say Jeff Jarrett, and then Jeff Jarrett
sold the fuck out of it.
Is so fucking
it's
funny.
Like those rock cells where he would push up onto his head.
He did a spot in a wrestling show where he kicked the guy up way up more than I got it there, and the guy went all the way back and basically pressed his neck as hard as he could into the ground and just held it. Like he basically had sledgehammered him into the ground. Oh, dude, it was so funny. It was amazing sell, and why wrestling is for sure the best. Chuck Norris, R.I.P. Good sir. With that said, it's time to dial up some friends. It's time to dial up some warm vibes. It's not time for a message. It's not time for a call. It is time for some FaceTime.
Oh,
what up, boys?
MVP. Josh, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. Right now, I'm just focusing on how I can be the MVD, the most valuable dad.
Obviously, we've seen the Bow Society articles. That bump is getting huge. You put Haley on to sushi, people are learning. What's the expectation? Do we have a gender yet? Do you guys know something you're not revealing to the public?
Well, listen, I would be lying if I said I don't dabble a little bit in the Facebook comments, the Instagram comments, specifically on the Bow. It's one of my favorite outlets, of course, as you can understand. Nice little blurb about sharing some sushi with Haley recently, not too long ago. Sharing the finer things I have in my life with my wife. That's just what I do. Getting ready to be a dad. Making sure I have all the last second calls and audibles ready to go.
Now, Josh, we've seen from another Buffalo athlete, Dane Smith, became a dad and just turned the Jets on, started putting up amazing stats, scoring goals like crazy. Do you think there's something to that? Do you think you have some dad strength that's on the way?
Oh, if I don't get dad strength out of this, I mean, with all due respect to this heartbeat and this loving child I'm going to bring into the world, what was it all for? I need to be able to hurdle 2 players at a time. I need to be able to throw the ball 80 yards downfield. I need to be able to make any play happen for the Buffalo Bills. I hate to say it, this baby might have to teach me how to play defense.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? All right. Like, listen, I'm not setting a limit for what this baby can do. Just give me that dad strength and I'll take care of the rest.
Speaking of throwing the ball 80 yards downfield, I know you've been focusing on being a dad, but have you been paying attention to the moves that Bean has been making, DJ Moore specifically?
Just to be clear, I make all the moves. Okay. With all due respect to Brandon, Brandon handles the paperwork.
Right.
And that's obviously a keeper. I'm not a good paperwork guy. Okay. Paper and I were not the forte for sure. I love The Office, but besides that, that's where me and paper end. Okay. Brandon Bean takes care of the paperwork. I send players. DJ Moore, that's my guy.
Okay.
DJ Moore, we're talking about a volume guy. You're tired of screens? Well, guess what? He's going downfield. He's going deep. He's getting open. He's doing fake screens. He's slanting out. We're doing all kinds of stuff. DJ Moore is going to be the evolution of what I currently have in my good buddy Khalil Shakir in this offense. So super excited. Bradley Chubb, excited to get someone on the defense that can continue to make stuff happen. We need to disrupt that backfield. I don't like when I'm getting disrupted, so we need to make sure their guys getting disrupted. Then you look at McGovern and Bass. Fans wanted to pay him a little bit less. I told Brandon, let's just pay him a little bit less, but let's keep him around. And that's what we did. Dawson Knox. McGovern, we got taken care of. That's my guy. Listen, where I put my hands between another man's butt cheeks, okay?
Yeah.
I need to make sure that we're limiting the number of men that is.
Yeah.
Of course.
I can't just be putting my hands under everyone's butt cheeks.
That's a lot
okay?
of
Does that mean you want Vandermark to us to reel him back in?
Yes, we need to limit my hand to cheek ratio.
Okay.
For sure. So
2-to-1 is good.
Do you guys want my hands getting around town?
No, dude, that's a lot of ass.
Okay, okay. I don't want my hands getting a lot of ass either, okay?
It's usually a good thing, but I don't know about them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, boys.
Yeah, we'll let you go.
I got a game of Catan to get to.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, boys. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your Friday.
Yeah, we'll see
Thank
you. Oh, my gosh. From
Whoa!
one captain to another.
On the road, too.
Yeah.
What's up, Rasmai?
Oh, just hanging in Cali, baby. San Jose last night, LA tomorrow. Got the day off. Gonna, speaking of sushi, West Coast has some great sushi. So I'm finding some spots and, just happy to, on the day off, do my favorite thing with my boys. And, you guys know what that is. Drink beers.
Drinking beers and bonding. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go. With that said, Rasmus, I mean, this whole career, you've kind of been shrouded in doubt, defeat, etc. Is it a little tough adjusting to this new reality, being a top dog in the NHL?
Well, we knew we always had it inside of ourselves. We're top dogs. We just had to get it together. And again, I have to say, it's the beer. Wendy lets us. Wendy lets us beer. Yeah, I mean, Wendy, you saw it after the Tampa game. Fresh 30 pack in the room. Hey, we got to earn it. And nothing will motivate a group of guys like us. Remember, we're one of the youngest teams in the NHL. Then, hey, you guys want a frosty case? Then go put up a W.
Becoming this perennial team in the NHL, you've started to have a target on your back as the captain. A lot of guys coming after you from these top teams trying to prove a point. What's your message to them?
Same thing I tell them on the ice that no one can hear. And why I get so pissed, I say your mother's ugly, your sister's ugly, and I'm going to beat your face in. So
that's the Swedish way of life.
Yeah, hey, nothing wrong with the little shit talk. Get under their skin, and then they make some real mad. Draw a penalty, bang, we score. Easy game to play.
Seriously, very easy game. You guys are making it look very easy. How about Logan Stanley finally getting on the score sheet? Last night he played a little bit better on Tuesday. Just took a couple games for him to get kind of blended with the units there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we got it. Metz is his guy. That's the pairing. That pairing has worked. I've seen it in practice. Chemistry really is a lot. And him and Metz, anytime we're drinking beers, they're always end up together in a corner. So why not keep them together, especially when they're playing well? So yeah, I think Wendy's got that banging. That's good.
I got one more for you, Rasmus. I want to do a remix of the song Rasputin, except it goes rah, rah, Rasmus Dahlin, the defensive Swedish power machine. What do you think?
Yeah, lay down the track. Maybe hire a singer. because I don't know
Our
about
boy Dreamboat,
You
actually.
needed
I
the
don't know- I
back
don't
end.
know
You need
about-
the back instrumentals for that to really hit. It's
Yeah,
a good
for
lyric.
sure.
It's a good lyric.
I don't know about the singing.
Russ
Russ
was
was
the sweetest defense machine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, let's do it. I think we're gonna play that in the locker room if you can get
Are you
us a quality.
serious?
If you get us a quality product, I mean, that might be our next drinking song. It sounds like it's got a nice beat. But listen, guys, I got to get back to
Fuck yeah, dude.
this sushi in LA, and we got
All
a
right,
game
man.
to prepare. So
All
Love
right,
that. Thanks,
Appreciate
guys,
you,
for
dude.
stopping by. Have a good day, Darlene. We're tripping off that Darlene. Oh, no. Not this fuzzy motherfucker with no pants. What's
guy.
up, Billiam?
What's up, dude?
How we doing? Obviously it's been a little bit of an off season. Have you been staying, have you made sure your P's and Q's are taken care of? Have you made sure you're staying groomed?
Been hibernating, been getting fat. Speaking of drinking beers with Rasmus, I've been at a couple of the Sabres games. It's contagious. The blue lights are flowing like crazy. I'm getting a little bit of a gut, but it's keeping me warm during this extended winter.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the Sabres, are you and Tooth boys? It seems like now that they're rolling and the Bills have been rolling, that we need a sighting of you two together. You guys hang out at all?
Yeah, for sure. I went through like a transformation in the early 2000s, but I still didn't wear pants. He actually got that from me. He noticed that I'd started to not wear drawers, and he was like, wow, what's the story there? And I was like, dude, you just got to free ball it sometimes when you have this much fur. It's way more comfortable. And ever since then, he put a little more fur down south, and he's been warm ever since.
Well, I was wondering if maybe you were being a bad influence in some kind of way, because he just released a video where he was twerking up on employees. He was, what do you even call that move? The front hump? Like, I don't like that, the mascot bump.
Listen, every mascot has a good hip thrust in their arsenal. How it's performed is completely subjective. And you can't discredit Sabretooth on. He's out here having fun. The playoff run hasn't happened on this warpath for a good 15 years. I knew that son of a gun got his mojo back when they let him rappel from the rafters, and the Sabres have been on a warpath ever since. Let Sabretooth be Tooth.
That's very fair. On that note, people are saying you could be getting, I know you're typically a shade of blue, could be getting a little green with envy if there could be a potential championship run here from the Sabres. Would you support it? Would you be a little jealous? Tell me how that would make you really feel, Billy.
It's kind of like when you break up with your girl and a year later she's married. She was a good soul. You're happy for her, but you're crushed inside just a little bit. You want to be there one day. You want to share that same love, feel that same glory. But I believe in Josh Allen, and whether
that really got deep very quickly.
Whether the cup is hoisted before the Lombardi in Buffalo is not up to me, but I'll be happy for the boys, and then we'll go and do it right after.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by, Billy.
Drinking beers.
Get back to the high.
Oh, by the way, I will see you tomorrow at Total Sports Enterprises in Orchard Park, New York, for the TSE Buddies Second Chance Rescue Adoption event. My boy Reed Ferguson will be there, longest tenured Bill.
He might not wear pants, but that's why he is a professional. On our Friday fundraising today on Trainwreck today, it is all about this TSE Sweet Buffalo Buddy Second Chance Adoption event tomorrow afternoon. We'll be hanging out, awesome memorabilia, Reed Ferguson hanging out, Billy Buffalo, and more. It's going to be a great afternoon on tap. Come have some fun with the crew. Come have a great Saturday at TSE Buffalo, 3170 Orchard Park Road. Hopefully nobody will be crashing out of that event. Nothing to crash out about. A happy Saturday. But let's check in with the Trainwreck Sports Crash Out Line, sponsored by William Matar Law Offices. Don, another shutout in the books. No real tumult for Buffalo sports fans. Nothing too much to crash out about.
No. I've been looking all over for any good crash outs online. I haven't really seen any. I was really hoping. I mean, you kind of knew Duke was going to win, but again, they were losing 32 minutes of that game.
We got to talk about this too,
40.
because he didn't bench any players, and that's like kind of like everyone's like he used his starters the whole time. There was a play, like I swear that it was like a couple minutes into the second half, where Sienna missed literally 2 dunks. They had the ball in the area of the rim. It's like, I don't know if you remember this when we were sitting in the 1970 club. But they missed those, and then so instead of going up 15, Duke went down the floor and then dunked it on like the thing their own, so it went to an 11-point game. But it felt like Siena had a shot yesterday, for sure. Like, honestly, it felt like UMBC, Virginia vibes there for a bit.
Yeah, and it was and Duke fans, they get a bad rap. They kind of like, it was funny. I posted the meme of like, Duke fan with a redacted to his head.
Yes.
And someone commented, "Don't worry, they'll be fine. The Yankees start next week." Kind of like joking because like Duke fans, these bandwagon fans that never went to Duke, whatever. Same that Yankee fans, people love them all over. But I would have loved to hear a crash out from that. But yeah, no crash out there. Oh, quick side note. So you finally found out what the 1970 club was?
Yes. So I think what happened, if I'm not a dumbass, they moved the Lexus Club to like closer to a different spot in the middle of the array. That used to be the Lexus Club.
Well, there's a different entrance too. It might be the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm absolutely bungled.
By the way, real quick, I want to give a shout out to the people in the 1970 Club. We asked if we could come in to the 1970 Club to do some media between games. Security guard at the front said, "I will."
Very uncertain. He was a no. If he didn't get a green light, he was a no.
Let me go get who's in charge. Lady, very nice young lady comes to the front. "Are you guys Trainwreck Sports?" We're thinking at this point it's either I love you or get the fuck out of here. It was the first. It was, "You guys are hilarious. Love you so much. I'm not from Buffalo, just a Bills fan from birth, and I travel with the NCAA. So this is a crazy moment running into you guys. Of course you can come into the 1970
Megan.
Molly.
So I knew them.
We thank you. Very great hospitality.
Give it up to her. Yeah, great.
Shout out, Molly.
Yeah, great that didn't have you guys crashing out, but hey, hit us with the numbers, Zach.
Absolutely. 716. If you want to crash out on our line, not online. 716-226-6263. But it's not time for a crash landing here on Trainwreck Today, brought to you by Herd of Buffalo and Trainwreck Sports. We are jetting into the weekend with our numero uno as far as pop culture is concerned. Make some noise for Nick Polinsky.
Hello, boys. How are we on this Friday?
Doing great.
Doing great. How are we doing?
Guys, I'm great. I'm feeling thrilled, exhilarated. We've got so much pop culture going on in the last week.
Pop culture explosion. Starting with Sunday.
Cinema's biggest night, the Oscars. It was a big night for Michael B. Jordan, who took home Best Actor for Sinners.
Big time.
A big night for One Battle After Another, who took home Best Picture. So well-deserved on both fronts, I think.
Have you seen both or one?
I have seen both. So
which one's better? Sinners or One Battle After Another?
I still got to check out One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another looked pretty good. I haven't seen it yet.
They're drastically different movies, so it's kind of a difficult thing to judge.
It's hard to be similar to Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners was pretty unique.
Very unique.
Well, unless you're on From Dusk Till Dawn, which it was basically a remake of.
I think I probably preferred Sinners, but I'm not like too upset about a One Battle win, because it's just a great film all around.
Agreed.
You know who was catching strays at the Oscars?
Oh, not catching strays. He's catching direct missiles to his face bones.
Yes, those cheekbones are destroyed. Timothée Chalamet, after a week of bad press for his opera and ballet comments, gets shaded at the Oscars by Steven Spielberg, who says, we value all forms of art. I want movie going to go on forever, much like ballet and opera. And everybody in the room is just immediately locked into what's happening. Kind of a funny thing. I like joking at Timothée Chalamet's expense. I found a Snapchat memory of me from like 6 years ago being like, I'm not riding the Chalamet train. So
wow, 6 years ago. It's a long time.
So obviously the Chalamet thing was a big thing. Did you see the Sinners performance that they kind of did like a little performance on stage?
Well.
And a ballerina came out of retirement to do this performance.
Yes.
Apparently she's like the GOAT. But she came out of retirement to like do this performance. She had like hip surgery or something. So she had retired from official ballet. She came out of to just basically flex in like Chalamet's face.
Damn.
It's the funniest thing that everybody is just
Misty Copeland.
They're taking every opportunity they have to dunk on
this
Timmy
day.
Tim.
Seriously.
At least he's got Dune 3.
What's he doing, man? Yeah, we did get a look at Dune 3.
What is he doing?
Over the weekend. I don't know if I saw Dune 2. I for sure saw Dune 1.
I saw both. They're great.
So are you excited for 3?
Yes, but I don't know like what's happening. Like Dune 2 left off at a very interesting point. It's almost like a legit cliffhanger. I don't know what's happening.
Trailer didn't answer anything.
No, because it's like the only thing the trailer showed is that everyone's like face is messed up for sure, and Robert Pattinson is the most unhinged of all.
Oh, well, that's not.
Robert Pattinson loves being unhinged. In
was
movies.
gonna say,
But that was how
nothing new.
that was how they promoted number 2 though. They're like, we got Austin Butler, and this guy is unhinged. so it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
And then apparently Zendaya's whole storyline occurs off like book pages or however you would refer to it. Like it's like he's hearing about like what's happening, but she's going to be featured. So I guess there's going to be
Interesting.
some of that. So very interesting.
Big week for Zendaya too, because we also got the trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Maybe the strangest trailer rollout I've ever seen.
Weird
Did you see how they
trailer.
did this?
Yeah.
So before they released the trailer in the hours leading up, they were just sending out like 3-second like clips of it to various fan accounts on Twitter and saying, "Hey, post these." So that was kind of strange. But I think it looks good. I think it looks
A little
like
guerrilla marketing, as they say, but
for sure.
Odd for certain.
Spider-Man, one of my favorite Marvel characters for sure.
Spider-Man's in a very interesting place because I feel like No Way Home was kind of like, well, it was almost like the official fall off of like Marvel, like was like right at that point essentially. Is that fair?
We got like Guardians 3 after.
We got Guardians 3 after. Guardians 3 was like is what people look at as one of like the few successes, right? Of like the recent Marvel.
I would say so, yeah.
But then you have like all like the Moon Knights of it all and the you got the Shai-Chi and the rings, like unfortunately the rings, the Eternals, right? Like all these things that have happened since like really haven't been able to tie in. Spider-Man is like your bread and butter. This is your
of course.
This is your,
one of the I'd say top 3 most iconic superheroes of all time,
for
right?
sure.
Guaranteed moneymaker. How do
we
you
know do we know who the villain is here from the trailer?
So that's
we
very
seem
to be
Massive.
showcasing a couple of different villains.
Oh.
A classic Spider-Man 3 tactic.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, this is 4.
It is. Raimi Spider-Man 3, though, we crammed a lot in.
Yeah.
But like No Way Home, how do you top that being an event movie? I don't think you do. I think the answer is to go back to basics, which it seems they're doing.
No Way Home was good. Like as an overall, and it was a huge event movie. They kind of reset the Spider-Man universe. The fact that he was like, hey, Doctor Strange, like make it so I can enjoy my like senior year summer, like was like kind of like fucked up. Like I mean, it was just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The crux of it was like that, like he wasn't gonna get into MIT.
He wasn't able to get into MIT because everyone knew Spider-Man is his friends and everything.
So I kind of see where he's coming from there. It seems they're back for the new movie. Not sure how we're gonna rope that in, given that nobody knows who Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
And nobody, because we've got kind of a great recurring cast here. We've got the Punisher. We've got Bruce Banner.
We've got a big portfolio of characters.
Allegedly, I think Florence Pugh was rumored to come back for this one as well.
There is a scene from the trailer. So if you remember, No Way Home had a couple trailer shots, and people were like, "This really doesn't make sense because Spider-Man's in the middle of a big battle, and there's like 3 people
Wizards get like
attacking
kicked in the face, and there's no one kicking him."
There's some of that already going on with a couple of the trailer scenes. So there's people that think that some characters have been edited out of certain scenes. They think they were going to get Daredevil in one.
Well, Daredevil was in the last one too.
But he was only in like as a lawyer role. Yeah. I think we're going to get the hero role for sure, and maybe some more. But yeah, I don't think you'd be far off with Florence Pugh in that one for sure.
Another big name in the movie, Sadie Sink. And we don't know who she's playing at all.
This is a big role for Sadie Sink. I want to say
for
this
sure.
right
like
here. What make or break for the rest of her career?
What could possibly have been a bigger universe than Stranger Things to jump into afterward?
Yeah,
I don't think it gets bigger than the MCU. We very hush-hush. We saw very little of her in the trailer. We saw like a couple of shots of her behind. We don't know who she's playing. I wonder, could she be Jean Grey? Or is that
that would be too much? This too much.
It would be too much for a Spider-Man movie, I think.
For sure.
But I'm curious to see how that's.
Speaking of too much, I know I nixed this in the pre-show, but give me a little bit of the Shia LaBeouf. Give me 30 to 45 seconds of the Shia LaBeouf.
All right.
Update.
So Raven Simone was asked in an interview who her Disney Channel Mount Rushmore is,
and she put Shia.
Leaves off Miley Cyrus, puts Shia LaBeouf on. They asked Demi Lovato a week later. They were like, "Well, Raven Simone put Shia LaBeouf on here," and Demi Lovato was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna axe Shia LaBeouf, but maybe we don't have to. One of my favorite quotes of the week comes from Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
He's finally taking some accountability for his actions, or so it would seem, with the funniest take I think he could possibly have on it. My behavior was bullshit. I got to deal with that. Does that mean I got to go to rehab again? I'm just not into it. I don't think my answers are there. I genuinely don't. If I genuinely did, I'd go. I think I have a different problem, and I'm going to address it. I think I have small man complex. I think it's something to do with anger and ego more than my drinking.
That's the first person ever that has said, I think I have small man syndrome.
Well, you'll say anything if you want to keep drinking.
Have you seen the
This is
interview
true.
with him?
I know from
Bits
that he
and pieces.
did, yeah, because he kind of touches on a lot of that, but it is very funny how, yeah, I don't know, repeatedly, yeah, I don't know.
Who's
just
on your
watch
Disney
it.
Channel, Mount Rushmore?
I think
Miley better
you
be
got to
on
have
there.
Miley.
Better be on there.
Do Zach and Cody count for one spot, or do I have to count them
I
all?
think
that's
you
a
can
good
put him in
question.
one spot just because it was like a show.
Yeah, you could put them in one spot.
And they're a twin.
Raven Simone counts for sure. She's iconic. Could we make an argument?
Alec.
Yo.
We good?
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going.
you're good.
Right.
You're good.
Could we make an argument for Ryan Gosling, Mickey Mouse Club?
Yeah.
So
Like, I don't think of Ryan Gosling as like an iconic Disney Channel star, but that is where he got his start. We've all
No,
seen the videos of Disney.
wait. Yeah, I don't think of him as no. We're doing Disney Channel. We're not
All
doing
right.
just Disney.
Could we make an argument for Zendaya? Because that's also where she got her start, you know?
Sure.
She was doing the Disney Channel shows for a long time. She did Shake It Up. She did that other one before ultimately transitioning into the star she is today.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on Miley, with Zach and Cody.
Sharpay Evans, High School Musical, Ashley Tisdale, another great one.
You know who might be just off of the Mount Rushmore, but actually deserves to be there, which is crazy given this Shia LaBeouf conversation? Christy Carlson Romano. You weren't thinking of that one. Don't blame me.
No, I wasn't.
Yes.
But Ren Stevens, obviously a great character. Even Stevens Influenza, a musical, great special. And then the lead voice on Kim Possible.
Yes.
Kim
that is
Possible was
true.
massive.
Yeah, wow.
Kim Possible was massive.
You know,
So,
you know
was
who
a
I was
babe.
going to say on the same?
call me, beat me.
yeah.
Don with his cartoon redheads, I swear.
So,
You know who I was going to say on the Shia LaBeouf
I think-
topic?
Beans?
No, Corey.
Oh, wait, did Corey go from the Stevens to the Raven?
And Corey
I
in the
think so.
house.
That was the same guy?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
that's actually crazy.
I think,
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gotta be up there.
Demi Lovato did shout
What's
him
his
out
last
too
name?
on her Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then who I'm
he's
not
gotta be
allowing
up
to be
there.
taken off of my Disney Channel Mount Rushmore? Danielle Fishel.
Oh, Topanga.
Topanga, we're still talking about Topanga. We're not talking about Corey. We're not talking about Eric. We're talking about Topanga in
I'm not
2026.
Right, great run on DeWitt.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
My other favorite quote of the week is also in direct relation to Disney Channel. So
Oh,
we've got Miley Cyrus coming back for the Hannah Montana
4
reunion.
days.
We found out that her iconic Hannah Montana laugh was not scripted, and a Disney exec who says that was just Miley being Miley. A lot of the show wasn't originally scripted. She shaped Hannah. She may not have been the strongest actress, but she was such a star, natural talent, and real singer.
I mean, dude, yeah, like that's legacy right there. You could Billy Ray on the show with her.
For
too.
sure. It strikes me as a
Godmama
crazy
Dolly
thing to say.
Parton making appearances.
We're doing like a 20-year like anniversary, and we're like giving this
He's like,
actress
yeah,
the props
not the
because
best
she's not
actress.
the best actress.
just a born star. I mean, I think that we all like knew that from the jump, though. So
Yeah, for sure. But she's iconic, you know?
no,
She's-
I'm
she's
very
a
excited
cultural
for the 20-year
institution.
anniversary special.
You know who else?
I will be tuned in.
You know who else is so iconic that we just can't let him die? Val Kilmer. Have you seen this?
No.
Have you seen that we're going to do an AI recreation of Val Kilmer? We're going to bring him back to life in this new movie coming
Oh
out.
God, I don't think that's a good
I
idea.
think I think your note says it perfectly. We have gone too far.
Like our
Just because
science,
there's an A and an I in Val Kilmer doesn't mean that that's
Right.
part of his,
I mean, our scientists were so preoccupied with the fact that they didn't stop to think whether we should, which is a Jurassic Park reference for those uninitiated. But there's this movie coming out. It's an indie film. It's called As Deep as the Grave, where Kilmer had originally been cast years ago as a Catholic priest and Native American spiritualist. The film faced some pandemic-related delays. Obviously, Val Kilmer, his illness accelerated. He couldn't really speak. But they really wanted him. This role was written for him. So his family was actually pushing for them to do this AI recreation of Val Kilmer. The blessing of the family complicates things. Like I guess I see where you're coming from. It's still weird to me. It's like kind of defiling like if his family's cool with it, I can't like get
Yeah,
too
that's the
upset,
thing. If the
but
family's cool with it, you can't get too mad.
it strikes me as weird. I don't like it. I don't like what this means for the future of film. I think it probably would have been better to just recast. I don't know. What are your take on AI recreating the deceased actresses?
I think we went too far when we had the Tupac hologram. So
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, I
Weird
don't know.
shit going on.
Yeah,
I think Tupac hologram was probably just exactly how far we should have gone. Like if you're at a concert with 50,000 people, you can bring out a hologram of Tupac.
it was dope.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. But if you're like going to be doing it so like someone can pay $375 to have a 10-minute conversation with
No,
Tupac and then post the results on there too, like, no, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
no,
like we don't need that.
We're all
Like
set.
that's what I'm saying.
I wonder, given the advent of AI recreating deceased actors, if this had been around a couple years earlier, do you think they would have handled Carrie Fisher in the last Star Wars movie that way? 'Cause what they did was they were
100%.
reusing old footage and writing around that,
100% what they would have done.
which I thought was kind of a great way to handle it. Best you could. The way
They did the
it.
best they could for sure, with what they had, for certain.
I don't love it. It's weird. I don't like that we've gotten to this point.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
when they did it with that, it was like still eerie.
yeah, for sure. Paul Walker, Fast and Furious, they spent more money than the whole movie. They said
Yeah.
to make like all his scenes look right for that one or
It was
whatever. So
insane.
crazy for sure. A lot of insanity. Speaking of insanity, talk to me. here.
We got to talk about The Bachelor. So I think this is the first that we've canceled an entire season of The Bachelor, season 22.
Less than 100 hours out, basically.
Yeah, Taylor Frankie Paul was going to be the Bachelorette this season.
You know why? You know why we should have known not to trust this woman from the beginning.
Why?
And I'm saying she might be a victim of abuse. So like I know this is all going to get into it.
It's
So,
to
so
do with the
don't-
name, isn't it?
this is a
Triple.
mixed gender first name. Taylor Frankie Paul. Those are all first names.
And all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're
yeah,
and
wow.
they're all like, what are we doing? Like we should have known something was up. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, but yeah,
untrustworthy.
she's been on video in this abuse case throwing chairs at her ex-husband. So real WWE situation, not something you typically expect out of The Bachelor. So they're just going to be re-airing.
The comments were going
American
every
Idol.
which way on this one. Do you see the video from TMZ?
I did see the video from TMZ.
I just want to get this out because we like to play the full context. A lot of people in the comments were like, "This is what abusers do. They abuse you to the moment of like you doing something crazy, and then they film you like acting out." Like, right. So there was some context to that, but at the end of the day, what was ABC thinking, greenlighting this whole season, knowing this was out there?
It really strikes me as a leap before you look type deal.
Yeah.
Wait before you look, they're trying to jump across the Springfield Gorge.
You're right. The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, those are shows they've got down to a science. So I think they can just push them out with minimal controversy. Maybe get some people talking on the timeline. I don't think they really expected this was going to blow up in their face like that. I think this is a show where they want some controversy surrounding it. They want people to talk about it, and they just kind of underestimated how bad.
Sometimes when you create an explosion, you don't know how it's going to be for sure.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
we know about that.
I
It's like when they're trying to get everyone out of the casino in Ocean's 13.
yes. I think it was a matter of like, yeah, let's cast someone a little controversial, and then it got out of control. It really is
You
a
know what the
Jurassic
real
Park
kicker
situation.
here is?
Hmm.
The Disney CEO, Josh D'Amaro,
He just
literally
took office,
took
like,
over
yesterday.
48 hours before this happened.
Oh.
So he just stepped in. Bob Iger, who would have been the person eating this right directly to the face a week ago, he's sipping Mai Tais.
Yeah.
He's on a beach. Like, it's crazy. So very interesting to see. Iger always has a way of getting out before
He really
things
does,
get
'cause he's done
bad.
this
I will
before.
just say that because he did the same thing in 2019, and then that was
First
kinda
point of
crazy.
office, cancel the Bachelorette.
Yeah, for sure.
But everyone loves him now.
Kevin Hart's wax figure.
That's
on a line
another
down
thing
here. What do we
that's insane
got?
to see. Can we pull this image up?
Yeah, I saw this
I
actually.
love the wax figures.
I was
Hold on.
I can't
Let's-
believe
let's get
this
this pulled
actually
up.
happened.
Here we go.
Kevin Hart puts out a video to his Instagram reacting to this wax figure, and he says, "Yo, this is an attack. This shit has to stop." Do we have the image up? Because you're gonna love this.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
It's up. The viewers can see it.
There you go.
My
sorry.
horses are being held.
There you go, right
Look
there.
at this. It's not.
That doesn't look anything like
They
Kevin
did not
Hart.
get the
In
hairline
what
right.
world is that Kevin Hart?
Yeah, Kevin Hart was also a bit frazzled about it. Puts out a
He's
video.
laughing his ass off.
Puts out a video to his Instagram. He's like, "Hey, this is an attack. This has to stop." Dwayne Johnson weighs in, says it's perfect. Don't change a thing.
Of course.
Um,
This looks like I don't even know who this looks like.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
Can
too.
I say something?
looks like-
Can I give you a crazy take right now that might make me look crazy?
Yes.
That looks like Kevin Hart multiplied by Dane Smith.
I see a bit of Dane in there.
Like you see the
I was
hairline,
gonna
the
say,
hairline at the
for
top.
sure.
I'm saying, and like
It's
and
very
just more of
similar
the
facial
face. Yeah,
structure.
like well, and the facial hair, but that
Yeah.
facial hair is not Kevin Hart's
No,
facial
not
hair.
at all.
That's why it's off. It literally looks like if you multiply the two people.
Here's a weird one. I was gonna say if Drewski got on Ozempic.
That would be
my
bad. Yeah.
I see
But that
for
Ozempic
sure.
face.
Yeah, just my favorite image of the week for the sheer absurdity.
Unbelievable.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing all these
I'm
wax figures and
I'm 100
celebrities?
times more upset about that than I am about the Dwayne Wade statue.
You know that like Giga Chad meme?
Yes.
It kind of
Yeah.
looks like that.
Yeah.
I see it for sure. What is the fascination with the wax figures?
Looks like Antonio Pierce.
I don't know, but the thing is, Nick,
Like Madame
a
Tussauds.
lot of wax figures usually like they're pretty good and
freaky
spot
accurate.
on.
Yeah. Did
This one is just a complete
did they
train
even
wreck.
try?
Oh no. Oh no.
What? Does this not look like him?
I mean, wait.
A little bit.
Probably
I
a
see it
much
for sure.
heavier version.
I mean, did Madame Tussauds, when she was first starting Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, have anybody in her life telling her that this was fucking weird? Anybody?
Oh, I
You
bet-
tell
I
me.
bet
You
you-
tell
I
me
think-
on that one.
I bet you.
I
think that's part of
Nah.
the Vegas thing, though. Is it's supposed to be like
Yeah, I think like
Weird.
that's
Okay,
the
but
thing.
she said, like-
No, it's supposed to be
Freaky.
accurate.
No, she probably knows it's
It
fucking
is weird, but like in Vegas, she's also in New York City. She's in Niagara Falls. She's doing this all over the fucking place.
Well, like she probably knows she like
Who do we
what
got in
her
the
hobby
falls?
is weird as shit.
did she not have
Madame
friends who were
Tussauds.
like?
But
yeah,
people
but I mean, what
people-
wax figure do we have?
We
People
have.
have
I
a
think
for
they're
it.
all there.
Oh, all they're the same in every.
Yeah, I think
everyone?
it's universal.
All right, then we got to go see for ourselves in person.
Can we do a wax museum field trip?
I'm all right.
You can hit the casino while you're there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we all need a good
All
right.
waxing.
Freaky stuff.
Any final thoughts here on Friday Trainwreck today?
Guys, I'm looking forward to this weekend. You know?
Randy Moss
Big
edition.
weekend.
Big weekend. We got big dance action at KeyBank Center. We've got TSE's adoption event with Sweet Buffalo and more tomorrow starting at noon, 3170 Orchard Park Road. Big weekend. Sabres action as well tomorrow night and Sunday.
Yeah.
Back-to-backs?
Yep. Back to is it back to back?
I wanna say back-to-back. I thought we said 4 games this year.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep. Ducks. I mean, yep. Doing the LA run.
Oh, let's go.
Sharks,
right down the
Kings,
thruway.
Ducks. I'm pumped to see. I had the Ducks circled as my game. I think I was telling you guys after the homestand of like really where I think we'll stand because they're young and talented. I have that game circled.
Then we get a crucial 2.5 days off coming back home to face the Bruins. One of the cheapest games still on the ticket schedule if you're looking to buy secondary market. So looking forward to seeing everyone at KeyBank Center. Great rest of the March. Obviously, we're looking forward to a big weekend ahead. What do we got?
Buffalo bracket
Buffalo
underway.
bracket underway.
And I have
oh no!
Guys.
Oh
spicy,
no! Oh
spicy
no!
announcement.
Oh no!
Banditland is gonna hate it, but Don's pick on Wednesday is the biggest upset of the tournament. Has officially closed. Number 16, Cup and Sharp Pepperoni.
Oh,
Take
God.
down Bandits 3-peat.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm in agreement here. There's nothing like
You
that.
said
I'm
you
not
voted for
surprised.
it.
I did.
It's all right. Well, Slick got you back by voting against a certain show.
I want to comment on this.
Dane and Josh really
What
fucked
the
up.
hell, guys? You had a perfect opportunity to go vote for Real Housewives, Real Women of Cheektowaga, and you just squandered that opportunity.
Squandered.
After everything those women have done for you,
After everything.
after all the meat galas, all of the the business at the Cheektowaga Country Club,
All of it.
these are community pillars, and you just failed to show up for them.
Failed.
Shameful.
You're in a commercial with Josh and Dane.
And Khalil Shakir, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Yeah, sorry. You,
I recall we went to plumber school together.
yeah.
Love that. With that said, a lot to love this weekend. Buffalo bracket, tournament in Buffalo, Sabres, Bandits. It's all there for us. Let's have a great weekend. Huge shout out to the whole crew here. Let's have a great weekend. And you can only start that by having a good day now. I should have taken the charge.